Finally, we said that one of the prophecies of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is that in the end time, the earth will vomit from its liver columns of gold and silver. The likelihood is that this will take place in Indonesia. Yeah, because of the volcanoes of Indonesia, they call a ring of fire. And these volcanoes are already producing gold in Java, okay? When that gold comes into the world, that gold can then be used to fight the monetary system. Yeah. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. When the US dollar collapses, the balloon bursts, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find 3 lectures on money, just delivered in Sitapak. The first was what is money in the Quran and Sunnah. The second was what is money in the world today. And the third is entitled Beyond the Petrodollar, an Islamic response to the bogus monetary system. Okay? And in that lecture, we said Israel cannot claim to be a Khilafah state unless Israel is using gold and silver as money. When that day comes that Israel brings back gold and silver as money, I hope I'm not alive. May Allah take me away from the world, because the shame and the disgrace will be too great for me, for my heart. My heart will burst. That these people have to bring back dinar and dirham, while our people were eating biryani and going home to sleep. The shame and the disgrace will be too great. So I ask in that lecture that all those who hear my lecture, go and ask your scholars of Islam, wherever you can meet them. Even if you can't meet them in person, you can send an email to them and ask them politely so. We don't see this money in the Quran and Sunnah, no. The money we are now using, is it halal or is it haram? And we don't want a private answer. We want an answer that we can publish, okay? So you put some pressure on them. If they say we don't know, you can ask them, well, how long will you take? We want an answer. You can't remain silent forever. No, okay? In the meantime, if it is possible to have money which is redeemable in gold, like Ahmad Sukarno attempted in Indonesia, that's why they overthrew him, that the Indonesian rupiah would have been redeemable in gold, that you could go take it to some office and collect your gold, redeemable in gold, then the Indonesian rupiah would have been halal. It's like a check. You can cash the check. Okay? It's redeemable in gold. Perhaps if that can be done, then that would be a solution to the problem. However, they cannot allow anyone to succeed. Because if one country were to succeed, it will bring down the whole monetary system. So they will wage war to prevent you. That's why they attacked Libya. They wage war to ensure that you do not establish a monetary system in which your money is redeemable in gold and silver. Okay? We said that an alternative could also be where you establish markets in which you use actual gold and silver for buying and selling. We just had Eid al-Adha, Hari Raya Haji. And in Hari Raya Haji or Eid al-Adha, you have to buy animals to sacrifice. So I don't know what you use, whether you use ringgit or rupiah or whatever. I use dinar and dirham. Yes, I bought my animal with dinar and dirham. Yeah, and then we had the sacrifice. If we could encourage this, this is a micro response. Before the war takes place, okay, make sure you have at least 100 dirhams at home. It may be 2 dirhams a day for food, 2 dirhams a day, depending on the size of your family. So at least for 50 days you have food. Make sure you have at least 100 dirhams at home. And if you can have some dinars as well, alhamdulillah, that's even better, okay? This is another response that you have. Finally, we said that one of the prophecies of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is that in the end time, the earth will vomit from its liver columns of gold and silver. The likelihood is that this will take place in Indonesia. Yeah, because of the volcanoes of Indonesia, they call a ring of fire. And these volcanoes are all already producing gold in Java, okay? When that gold comes into the world, that gold can then be used to fight the monetary system. Yeah.
إلهي ناس تولي الفردوس أهلا ولا أقوى على النار الجحيم ذنوبي مثل عدد الرمال فإنك غافر الذنب العظيم إلهي لست للفردوس أهلا ولا أقوى على النار الجحيم